Hello, so I got two Yoeleo G21, the new frames for 2023. I've already built one up, but after going through it, there's nothing really online, I don't think, too much. So I'm going to video a little bit of building the second frame. I'm going with a standard handlebar just in case I want to switch things out or throw clip-ons on it, the Yoeleo handlebar, which is great. I have it on my R12. Um, I just like some versatility with this gravel bike, and then I can not be too worried about it. Also going for a more low budget build, I've got the L-twoo RX 12 speed with the hydraulic brakes. So I'll put another video as well setting that up. I'm going to do this also over a few sessions in between work. So getting started, just doing a little bit of an overview of the frame. If you're used to Yoeleo bikes, it looks very similar to a lot of the other ones, good paint jobs. The one new thing with the G21 is the shift to the T47 bottom bracket. So if you built up some bikes, especially with internal routing, you know the bottom bracket's a crucial area because that's where you can get your cables through. So what I like, and you might be able to see, is that they put some holes in the BB shell. So at least for the first frame I built, that was super helpful for getting the cables around and very easy to route up and above the BB shell. So that was awesome. At least on the website, they showed a plastic mudguard that goes there. It doesn't come with the frame. Maybe you can get it after, or it's supposed to be aftermarket, I'm not sure. But then you have your typical holes if you have a Di2 wire, and then that's a cable stop. You can change that one out for the front rail. I think this is just a smudge. Back cable comes out there if you want it. There's no cover here for the rear brake cable. But it's a tight fit, so I don't think it's a problem. And then also more mounting bolts up top. So the frame looks pretty good. This is the gray. Looks nice, and it's a removable front derailleur mount. So I haven't put anything together yet. This is just taken out of the box, which is the new boxing. Fork also looks nice. A lot of mount options. Paint again looks pretty good. No cover. If you just feed the brake cable through the fork through the bottom, it pops out the top, so there's nothing to worry about there. Super easy to do. The seat post looks a lot like the R11, so I built up an R11 as well recently. So D-shaped seat post. They've added a lot of grip tape, so this is, I think, the newer design for the seat post. So there's some grip to the front, so it shouldn't slide. I've got an R12 from 3 years ago, and it doesn't have any of this grip. I don't have any issues, so to me it wasn't a problem that needed to be fixed, but I'm always about being proactive about these things. I think also with the R11 seat post, people have complained about slipping, so this has notches. It's not going to slip if you tighten it up. And then again for the build, I went with just the more standard setup. So I've got weird proportions, so I have this awesome -20 SLK FSA stem. So I'm going to build it up with that, and I'll show you sort of how do you manage the headset when you don't have the integrated stem. So that's something I don't think's really been documented, at least by Yoeleo. So I'll do that here for you. So with the bike, you just get the frame set. Usually you also buy the handlebar, but if you don't get the handlebar, you get the seat post, fork, and frame, and you get this nice little box here with all these extra parts, as well as a nice rubber sticker that will go there. It'll probably be on for the next video, just to help with chain slap. So you also get this. Now you get a case with all your parts. It used to come in a bag, so this is nice and organized. It'll be easier for the build. So I already took some parts out of that, but this is the replacement stop for the front derailleur. If you want to go one by, this will just cover up where that front derailleur hanger goes. You end up with two headset bearings, the thicker one, so they look closely similar, but one's a little bit wider. That one will go up top. Some more headset pieces. If you're organized, you can put these dividers in. And then just some other stuff. So if you have a Di2 battery, you would use these. This is going to be for the seat post clamp. I'll throw that in for the next video. Dust cap. So these are headset spacers. I don't need them because I don't have the H9 handlebar or the H10. So I won't end up using these. This is supposed to help with cable rattle, but I've never needed them. So it's up to you if you want to or not. It comes with the expander plug for the fork, so you don't need to buy one of those. The axle already is in the frame. It ships with it in the back, so this is for the front. And then I'm guessing these are for if you have one of those like specialized saddles with the 9x7mm rails, then you also have these ready. Replacement hanger. Again, you saw lots of mount bolt or mount nuts on the frame, so these are all the screws for that. And I've already preemptively cut this, so this is for running a normal heads or stem. So I just sort of took a carbon spacer and sort of took a saw to it, made some holes, and basically the goal is you could either saw off the knobs on there, but I wanted to keep the headset pieces normal in case I do switch to a handlebar, but this just allows a normal spacer to sort of fit on that and tighten up nicely. So otherwise you've tightened, that would create like 2 tight spots and also leave a gap. So I didn't want that, so it's easier just to saw 2 things through. Super easy to cut the carbon, or you could use aluminum, or you could just use the Yoeleo bars or buy a different stem headset. So all of those are options. I had some of these lying around, so that was the easiest one for me. All right, so that's it for the intro. Before the next video, I'll probably just throw the seat post on and get it in the stand, and then we'll get started from there.